So the personal protective equipment, a lot has been already said about this, but I want to highlight something is we need to go by the standards and not by the printed matter on the materials which is being supplied. This is a kit of the personal protective equipment. This is what I have been using in our fever clinics during in our hospital, where we are trying to screen patients who are having acute symptoms and probably having corona virus disease, and these patients are directed to respective labs for investigations. So we should also be aware of how much each mask is going to filter. There are some queries where they ask that is if N95 is used, are we 100% secure? Definitely not. The inner immunity, the inner physical strength, nothing beyond all these things. These are some things which are we are using externally to prevent the maximum of possible times. So as we see in this chart, it is 95% filtration as possible, and the 5% is something which we have to really take a chance. So the SARS-CoV-2 is about 0.06 to 0.14 micron is what is its dimension. So we should know a mask can filter something particles larger than zero point 0.3 microns in diameter or larger. So that is the capacity what has been given. That is 95% of the particles can be filtered. The best would be the shield which has no filtration capacity, hence it can something doesn't allow you to breathe. But it's always better to wear a mask under a shield. And since a lot of PPE is insufficiently available, it is always good to be used by personnel whom it has to be used by, and there is a shortage of PPE definitely because of the misinformation and the panic buying and the stockpiling by many of us. And the current demander cannot be met because it is inappropriately used, and if the current condition continues. So, and we should also make sure that in our practice area, we should have a place where we are earmarking it only for removing our personal protective equipments and wearing them. And we need to use the contactless bins. And also, it we need to have a area where we can scrub with a sink and a long handle and water outlet. So So, according to the setting and the personal and the type of activity, it has been described very well in CDC guidelines. I would like to share some of the pictures where how they're showing how to wear a PPE and how to don and doff a PPE. Okay, so there are these guidelines are definitely available in the CDC website. And what is the risk of an extended use of and reuse of a respirator? Definitely, once we start reusing a respirator or an extent to use a current respirator, the efficacy of that particular mask is reduced. So, but maybe maximum of 8 hours is what usually is suggested standardly. But there are manufacturer specific instructions based on which we can plan to use the respirator. And if you are using for a very short period of 1 or 2 hours, it is better to store such respirators to reuse them, because we all know definitely there is shortage of respirators, and it is definitely not advisable to share the respirators. So how do we decontaminate and waste management? And this has to be done as routinely we are doing as per the local waste management rules and regulations. And we need to fumigate at the end of the day all the articles that has been used that day. It may be a pulse oximeter, it may be a BP monitoring, it may be some stationary stuff, it may be anything. So and all these things has to be, and we need to discard some single use items appropriately so that it does not definitely cause an infection to others. Burn sharps immediately has to be um, uh, burnt and stored in a closed container. Okay, so let's